Alright. Okay. That's probably a better way to do it. Does it still sound okay? Now I can talk into it and not completely block my face. Okay. Let's go. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. The man from Ulda. Interesting. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvelian, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard, were you in our possession. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. Cannot be the first travelers seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvelion, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? We may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin. The Shikaze Hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. Or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. Soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course. Surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Oh, is that one of the pirates? I was like, why is this random guy just in the shot here? Right then, to the hostelry. Sort of friends. I guess as friendly as you can get with a pirate. We do have a pirate acquaintance. After you. I love this music.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Watch Tataru the master go.
Oh. 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
How does he know who we are?
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I don't trust this.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you?
Yes.
Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing.
Look at Tataru.
Might I
He's
suggest
so
that we continue
suspicious.
this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Man, we have to. And even Alice is being diplomatic. What is happening? Alright. Don't trust him one bit. Neither should you. I dare say Alphino has met his match. So there are Imperial spies everywhere. Great. Just great. Forgive me. The mere mention of the East Aldenard Trading Company is enough to... I'm fine. Truly. You need not worry. Turn this up a little bit more. And turn this down. Alright, hopefully that's better. Tweaking the balance. And you must be Celestia Strathy, Slayer of Gods, Rider of Dragons, Savior of Ishgard, Stealer of Pants, if some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. We stolen any pants? Well, we just nodded. We admitted we're a pants thief. I feel like we actually might have. I have no idea when we did, but we did have a few costume changes here and there. I don't remember stealing anybody's pants, but I'm not gonna deny it. I knew it. May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, my lady. I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. I mean, canonically we could have already done most of the Hildebrand stuff, so we could definitely be including those. That's pretty funny. Everybody's confused by the stealer of pants. Google is on the job. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way. If you would be so good as to follow me. Oh, we just did a self-guided tour. Now we're getting the guided tour. Yeah, let me know if Google has the answer. Do not like the cut of that man's jib, not one bit. I note that our would-be host has elected to dress in the local fashion. I say, I say, what is that I smell wafting from yonder tea house? Could it be? Yes. Could it just possibly be the scent of whispered secrets waiting to be overheard? You okay there, Lise? Even the Aetherites look different here. That's a pretty cool Aetherite. Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Tenkanto. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Aetherite which stands over yonder. The design is markedly different from those of Charlian, and I trust its function is identical? A diplomat and a scholar, will wonders never cease. Far Eastern Aetherite technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. Attune, if you like. Already did that. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Aetherite. Come, let us move along. The markets are next. Okay. Oh yeah! I do remember that. Things were weird. Yeah, Hildy did, like, steal someone's armor and dress up as them. Yeah, it was like the old, I think it was the Dragoon guy. Yeah, they're like, yep, that's still him. Even though he was obviously like 50 years younger. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane. Kugane Dori. Kugane, as you are doubtless aware, is an ancient Hingan word for gold. So, in this prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or kogane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Oh my gosh. Why? They're bonding. Hancock of the East Aldernaud Trading Company. You're with clients today. Why, if it isn't Master Kaiten. Pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guest, but recently come from distant Eorzea. His kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kogane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Kaiten of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as overseer of these markets. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still sus of it being tied to Lalorito. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean Guild are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. Yeah, we must be pretty desperate if this is what it's come to. Arms, armor, foodstuff, potables. Here you will find all of them, and more. I love the markets, especially at night. That is like one of the things I would really want to do if I traveled. It's so pretty. This is so cool. This is my favorite area that we've been to so far. Ishgard was cool in a fantasy type way, but there's just something special about this place. If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to the Ijingai, the district in which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this also be where the foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations after all. Such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sexagumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation. Though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were. But alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. Why, I recall one instance when a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Hingan aristocrat in front of a Sexagumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. I don't even want to think about that. So, as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves, in the manner of the late Teleji Adeleji. Ha ha, ha ha ha. Bruh. Oh, how I amuse myself. Ah, but we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. Everyone's so horrified. Plump, 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 plump. And forward we go. Oops, sorry, Totaro. Kind of blocking your view. This, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate. Are their uniforms not different from those you have seen in the West? Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs. All of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. Level up! There is oh so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district, But you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. Alright. Bow, 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 bow. I think I already got this one, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh. Ah, the unmistakable scent of wealth and power. At long last, we arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices. We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, come, right this way. Close. A lot of
Our
random stuff.
thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify, then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
Maybe.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial.
Come on, Alfie.
You have the right of it. To be
Play a little
specific,
hardball.
we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Are they still here?
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Please.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
Didn't bother to look before we sailed halfway across the world. I probably wouldn't either. Map.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast.
Geography lesson.
Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
Pirates. I'm guessing. It's a lot of
Said
pirates.
maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea. And thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy.
Okay.
The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the ruby tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
It's very complicated. That was a helpful lesson, though. I really like when it does
No
the,
wonder they
overworld
struggled to
stuff.
secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I am told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
Oh, I hope
In
we
that
get to
case,
see them again.
I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
That smile. I don't know. I'm not sure how I imagined our time in the Far East unfolding, but it definitely didn't involve Uldans. Especially not these Uldans. Still, whatever works, right? He was not exaggerating when he spoke of the awards of efficacy. Whoever wove them did so with consummate skill. Oh, this place takes me back. Reminds me of the workshop of an Uldan lapidary I once served. I must confess, I am an avid collector of all things Far Eastern. See for yourself, I insist. Yep, that stuff. Though I am reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lalarito's debt. We must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. Alphino's a man with a plan. This seems a little delicate right now. I'm not liking how this is going. It seemed inefficient for us all to venture out together in search of information on Yugiri and Gosetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up, and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed. Tataru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. She's on it. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individual Hancock identified. Alice and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of just such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu during our voyage. Wow! Alphino is such a good artist. Wow, your Stola warned me you were a bit of an artist. These are great. They'll definitely come in handy. That was all from memory, too. Looks like it's you and me, Celestia. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Yeah, he has mentioned that before. It's so funny. Little Alphino trying to impress his classmates. Wow, Alphina's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see for yourself. You may view Alphina's sketch at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Okay. Didn't we just look at it? Yep, still the same. Okay. It looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he could make a living doing this. Ah, sorry, no time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Karaku at the Onsen? That was it. Let's do it. We are full babysitting lease mode. Come one, come all, burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There's naught that the mystical waters of the Bokaisen hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what is that in your hand? You seek this aura in this Rogaden, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons past or present. Please, we came all the way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sexagumi may demand otherwise. I am sorry, but there's naught I can do. Suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokaze, was it? Okay. And away we go. Nod. Celestia's just like, okay. We go again. Just ready to punch stuff with my sword. Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality, delivered but the other day. Ah, an Ari shinobi and a Rogaden samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that which you know, Ijin, be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea, the doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. I see. And you are familiar with the ways of Hingashi, how we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us. But pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical. And so, Kugane is open to Ijin. And we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you. But if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? Nod. If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The 2 individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. We'll provide you with the names of the captains if you like. Ooh. We're gonna find them! Been a great help, Mistress Kodakaze. Be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. She was prepared. She is ready. You should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest. We'll meet here when we finished, alright? Good luck. Oh no, now we're splitting up even more. Okay. Okay. How do I get over there? I'm just randomly dancing. The least efficient route possible. Alright. Ah yes, a Rogadan gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the mad devil. I sent him away like all the others before him. The woman? Nay, I know her not. They were here! They were here! You ask me if I've seen this Ori woman and Rogadan samurai. The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I cannot help him. He travels solely between here and Radzat Han. It would be an unreasonable detour. Something happened to her? A little sus. Nope. Any captains around here? I actually don't know where this last person is. Up, maybe? Did I just come from up? Oh, I can go here. Uh-oh. Help. This feels right. Maybe down here? Ah, there we go. Okay. Passengers? No, we no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. Told this to the samurai and sent him on his way. The woman? Puh. This woman you seek. The pleasure houses have plenty. What happened to Yugiri? Oh no. Why would he be going without Yugiri? The woman at the inn said she saw both of them, right? Maybe. I don't know, it's still a little odd. That's true. She is like a spy. Maybe she was doing secretive stuff. It's fine, Lise. She beat us back. How did it... Oh, never mind. Judging from the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait, I've just remembered. Oh, sorry. There was something someone said, I think. He's an Azumu fisherman, whatever that means. Or Namazu fisherman. And a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Up we go! A fish! Okay. We can stop here. It's a fish! Pet it. Hello.